Okay, so continuing with video 3, we're going to work with some alignment within the cells and number formatting, and then just enhancing the worksheet overall. So we're going to select the range C4 through C10. So find C4, click in the middle of it, and drag down through C10. So there is the range selected. This is our number formatting cell. If you want to click this drop down, right now we're in general, look at all of the different options for number formats. Go ahead and click off somewhere. Right here are some quick ways to get there. This is accounting. Accounting just adds the dollar sign and the decimal. And this is a percent sign, and then this is comma style. So right now, we want to choose comma style. So go ahead and click that. It basically looks like dollar signs without the dollar there. We do not need or do not want the two decimal places. So if you hold your cursor over these two arrows, we can increase the decimal or decrease the decimal. And let's just get rid of the decimal. So let's click the decrease decimal button twice. And the next thing we're going to do is highlight B4 through B9. And when we want to select two ranges at the same time, after you select the first range, then hold down the command key. So I highlighted my first range, B4 through B9. Now I'm holding down my command key, and while I hold down the command key with my finger, I am also going to select D4 through D10. If you do not have both of these selected, then that means you didn't have the command key down. So now I can release the command key after I have both of them selected. And I am going to, since these are having to do with money, I want to add my dollar sign. So I'm going to go ahead and do the quick button here and click accounting. So it adds a dollar sign aligned to the left of the cell. Okay? That looks good. So now I'm going to go ahead and click the column C heading. When I say click the column C heading, you click right on top of C and click. It selects the whole column. And I want to insert a new column to the left. So I'm going to go to my insert button and it says insert sheet column. So I'm going to click that once. Now I have a brand new column C. So I want a new heading here for column C, and I'm going to type release date. And go ahead and hit your green enter check mark. And see how release date is just a little bit cut off. I could double click between the boundaries of C and D, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try something else because I want to keep it this skinny. Wrap text. So as soon as you, if you saw what just happened, as soon as you have a word being cut off a little bit, you can also, and want to keep the width the same, you can also click wrap text and it will automatically add another line. You can't just hit return here. All right, so now we have C4 for release date. Now we're going to do with number formatting up here that has to do with dates. If you do not type this correctly, it won't work. So you have to have the right punctuations here. So let's go ahead and type March 1, comma, space, and let's do 19. March 1st, comma, space, 2019, and hit the green check mark for me. And it might change the format to something different than mine, but we will change that in just a little bit. Let's go ahead. Now it says custom. I'm going to hit my drop down arrow and find all the different number formats again. So let's go ahead and click right on date. And we will choose, let's choose short date. So right there we have 3/1/19. Perfect. That's exactly what I want. We are going to copy, instead of drag filling down, we're going to copy that same exact date all the way through. So let's go ahead and click, just like on Word, we're going to click our copy button. Go ahead and click it. It shows the kind of the dancing lines there. And then we're going to select where we want to paste. So highlight the range C5 through C9 and go ahead and paste. We've pasted the format, and then you can always hit your escape key to get rid of those dancing lines there. So hit escape to get rid of that stuff. Okay, perfect. Next, we're going to select the row 3 heading. So all of the headings in row 3. And I don't want you to do this and select all of row 3 because we're not using these cells. So select the row 3 headings just for the table. We're going to center align, so here's our alignment section, okay? And we're going to hit center, and we're also going to bold. There we go. Okay, one more thing. In order for the whole title to be across the entire table and make it more even, I'm going to select A1 through E1. A1 through E1. And we're going to choose this button right here. We have options, but the only one that we ever choose is Merge and Center, so we can actually just click right on top of the Merge and Center button. And there it is. Go ahead and quick save, Command S, so we can continue on. All right, so now a little bit with enhancing the worksheet. We have a couple different views here. If you hold your cursor over each one of these views, it says normal at the bottom here, and then there's a page layout view and a page break view. We're going to look at the page layout view right now. What this does is it shows your header, and if you scroll down, your footer in the page. It also shows, if you were to print, exactly what that page would look like. Let's go ahead and add our name to the header. So if you hold your cursor in the header section, it kind of breaks it up into 3 sections. All you need to do is double click where you want to add text. So let's double click in the right side and go ahead and type your name. Okay, I'm also going to, let's go back to, whoops, here we go. Let's, I'd also like to right align that. That has changed here. Okay, we're going to come back to that. That's completely changed where it was. We're now out of the right side header, so we can close the header. You can just click out or hit escape to get out of the header. Okay, let's go to the bottom of that first page. Same thing goes with the footer. So I want to write my date in the left side of the footer. So I'm going to go ahead and double click on the bottom there, and instead of typing the date, I would like the date to be consistent with every time I open up my Excel document. So make sure we are in the header and footer tab still, and I'm going to go ahead and just click current date. So this is what shows up. Now if we click somewhere on our document, today's date will show up, and if we opened it tomorrow, the same thing would happen. Let's click on the right side of our footer, and we're going to insert the file name. So up top in the ribbon, go ahead and click on file name, and if we click out, you can see what we saved our file as shows up there. Okay, so we're going to go back up to the top of the group, or the cell, Excel worksheet, and we are going to change the view or the theme of what the workbook looks like. So go ahead and go to the page layout tab. When we click that button, we have all of these options. If you would like, just go ahead and click a few to change the appearance to see how it shows up. And let's just go with what I chose right here, slice. Okay, the next thing, let's add some borders. If we were to print, we needed to add borders around our table. So let's select A1, and now this whole thing is actually considered A1. So let's select A1 through E10. With this selected, let's go back to our Home tab. And on here are the borders, and we are going to add all borders. All right, click anywhere to deselect. Let's select the range A3 through E3, and let's add a background color. I'm going to go with a light color. You can choose whatever you would like. Let's go ahead and click Normal View down at the bottom. And this again is usually what we format on. Let's go ahead and save.